Let's look at some key characteristics of the Good Shepherd from John chapter 10. First, the Good Shepherd knows his sheep. In verses 3 and 4, Jesus says, "The gatekeeper opens the gate for him," that is the shepherd, "and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice." Like the shepherd's relationship to the sheep, our relationship with God is a personal one. He knows our inner hearts and our deepest needs. This theme is repeated in verse 14. Jesus says, "I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me." This again stands in contrast to the thief or the hired hand who does not know the sheep. Verse 5, "But the sheep will never follow a stranger. In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice." Because the shepherd knows the sheep and the sheep know him, he can provide protection and provision. That's a second characteristic of the Good Shepherd. The Good Shepherd protects and provides for the sheep. The image actually changes in verse 7 from the shepherd to the gate for the sheepfold. In verse 9, Jesus says, "I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pasture." Though the image is different, the point is the same. The gate, like the shepherd, protects the sheep from attack at night and opens in the day to allow the shepherd to lead the sheep out to green pastures to feed. In contrast to the shepherd, neither the thief nor the hired hand cares for the sheep. Verse 10, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." The thief is motivated by greed with no concern for the sheep. The hired hand may not actively kill the sheep like the thief, but he neglects them, leaving them vulnerable to attack. Verse 12, "The hired hand is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep. So when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. Then the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep." Of course, for the believer in Jesus Christ, provision and protection means eternal provision. Down in verse 27, Jesus returns to the shepherd theme. "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me. I give them eternal life and they shall never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand. My Father who has given them to me is greater than all. No one can snatch them out of my Father's hand." This is one of the greatest passages in the Bible on God's provision and protection of our salvation. Once we are saved by God's grace, no one and nothing can steal us away from him.